Alrighty, in the top right we do have Liquid's Cure. In the bottom left, Bunny. I think he might be teamless right now. TvT. Curious to see this. Everybody's kind of similar, but the matchup should be broken at this moment. There hasn't been that much impactful changing or tuning or tweaking on the unit and the unit engagement in this specific matchup. Like most things that have been tweaked were macro things or stuff to the ghost, really. So the ghost is not really a unit that's utilized much in TvT. You very, very rarely see a couple of ones. And very situational. But I'm curious to see what we can get here from these guys. Oh, this is a very fast double gas here from Bunny. Oh, he might go for a strong all-in timing here. This looks like a one-base build to me again. So he is going already 6 in gas and 10 on minerals. That's almost the same income kind of. And yeah, we're gonna get a normal barracks expand here from Cure on that 1 gas. So this is gonna be a super fast factory here coming up for Barney. In addition to that Reaper, now he's gonna pull out of gas 2 in 1. You might just go for the Reaper Hellion opening. And we've got the dance. Bunny is going to expand behind this, so this is just a little bit of pressure. He wants to get the map control. Of course, this used to be the standard build. I was just a little bit caught off guard how fast that second gas was, and he was mining with 3 and 3 and not 2-2, which used to be a little bit more of the standard, and this is not the super standard variation. As you can see, it's only 2 Reapers into a reactor already. He might stop at 1 Hellion, he might go up all the way to 3 Hellions. We kind of need to see what he wants to do with this, but I'm kind of assuming we're gonna, see him stop at 1 Hellion. So the double Reaper and 1 Hellion strategy here. It's a light pressure version. It's basically the version of I'm not gonna lose to the triple Reaper double Hellion version. If I have a defensive position that can be utilized. And yeah, there's a lot of vision blockers on this map. It's a very interesting map in that kind of regard. I really like these double blockers with the rocks and then another blocker here. So yeah, I'm curious to see more on this map here going on. I feel like we need air vision blockers. Oh, that's an interesting concept, isn't it? Air vision blockers. We want to have those. You can pass through, but you can't see through. Air vision blockers, like smoke signals or something. I don't know. Alright, so Bunny's already macroing up behind this, but yeah, I like... So if we go down this route, to just go into the 1-1-1 for both of them, with a fast command center, I like my chances here on Cure, because, well, his economy is just a tiny bit better. We can see this reflected in the income advantage here as well. Yeah, he's ramping up a little bit faster here. Now we do see the mule being dropped finally from the second orbital. That means Bunny is going to bring that back, but he will be slightly behind, and that's going to be the 6 SCVs advantage that Cure has accumulated for himself. And, well, the issue is Bunny's advantage isn't these 2 Reapers and the 1 Hellion. It's not really an army that you're gonna use on later anyways. So those are gonna drop off in their value very, very fast. And the SCVs, of course, are gonna be very valuable here over time. And are actually gonna help Cure snowball this more and more into his advantage. You can see that actually Bunny, even the mule, doesn't really bring him back there. So about 300 mineral advantage already, or income advantage there for Cure. Bunny's gonna try to drop a few Marines here. He might just bump them onto the SCVs and draw the friendly fire, but actually he's not gonna lose any units. So he's just gonna bring those back. He's gonna keep everything alive. And he's actually gonna bring everything to the front here. So he wants to assault Cure, but Cure is also pushing out himself. He's kind of fending this off a little bit. He has the defense matrix set up right now. Being done here, the second Raven is about to pop. He's gonna set up a tank at home and then just roam a little bit with the army, it feels like. He's looking at the third base, like, can I set up a tank over here as well? Bunny, unfortunately, just walks into that, but nice pick up there on the medevac on these units here. Avoiding just a second shot. A grenade here from the Reapers, utilizing everything he has in his toolkit. But this army just doesn't look as scary here from Bunny. He has the air superiority though. Those Vikings are gonna be doing God's work here, and there was one tank here on top as well being dropped from the medevac, and Cure didn't really have a mark on that one, so he's losing way more than he should. He didn't get the second tank that he did disable there, and now Bunny is in a very good position here, shooting at these SCVs and dealing a lot of damage to the economy. Oh, that Cyclone, if it would have locked onto the tank, that would have been a great target there to get some damage on. Unfortunately, he isn't able to get that done. Now he's gonna bring in a second tank here. I don't know what you can reach with this guy. Might have wanted to bring it over here or something. Over there. I really like this one tank position, but he needs to keep the air superiority here. Vikings coming in again. He kind of needs to keep vision on that one pack there, or patch of mineral. We do have the third command center though, and that is landing right now. Viking. Bunny needs to identify that. Because, oh, I think he just sees the SCVs. He sees the SCVs leave. He should know. He's gonna throw down a scan. He sees these guys over there mining. And yeah, Cure did just kind of go to the third base and keeps on producing and mining. But this base is under a lot of threat. Bunny now dropping in behind. He's just rallying everything to the front here non-stop. And he's gonna start to kill some of the depots here, some of the infrastructure. And that's gonna supply block Cure. That's actually a lot of damage. And he's gonna take out these gases potentially now. Cure's gonna try to break this. He has a bunch of units here. Oh, if he could get one big hit on the cluster of Marines. There's no medevac yet, so that would have been amazing. Unfortunately, doesn't get it. He's still trading very, very valuable here for himself. He's accumulating so much wealth right now and money in these trades basically. These tanks might even just be enough here. Vikings are gonna land here for a second, then the Liberator joins in, is gonna jump on the siege tanks here. Man, Bunny might just be able to take this game. Oh, yo, what a left shot on the tank. But he lands the Vikings, he picks up the tank, he picks up the Viking. Oh my god, Bunny is doing this. Q is looking under so much pressure there. Man, that SCV, that SCV did survive by the tooth of his hair there, or tooth of his nail, I don't know, by a hair's edge or whatever, on the nice edge. Man, everything's just coming together here for Bunny. He's utilizing this map so well. He needs to keep that Liberator alive though. You don't want to lose that one. You want to keep it here to push back these tanks, and he does generate the vision now. Lip again is gonna get 2 shots in on the tank, and that's the moment when you can start to try to snipe those with Marines. By the way, Bunny is going mech behind this. He's like, alright, screw this. I have a third command center. I can do whatever I want. He's sitting inside the main base. GG is gonna be called. Bunny does take the first. What a crazy tempo play. Man, I was so sure that he would lose that game. Because Cure looked so good. His opening looked so good. And then Bunny just comes in and smashes that nerd. Second one is Lockdown. And third one is Wash. This is great. That's a really good match so far here. Okay guys, if you haven't yet, consider following. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. And so far this guy is 1 down. In the bottom left, it is Cure. In the top right, we do have Bunny. We are on the map Lockdown here. This is a very, very fast map. Short rush distances. You do have a ramp to your natural though. So it looks defensive on the first glance, but then it is actually very aggressive. You have a lot of space you can utilize to try and drop into the main base. There's a lot of pathways through the middle of the map. It is very fast. And it's kind of difficult to go up beyond 4 bases, I guess. You kind of stretch out a lot and you are very close to your opponent. So, like, if you take this triangle third, it's a stone's throw over to your opponent's third, so... This is a map though that can be split in half if we see like crazy siege tank lines, which we haven't seen, I guess, in a very long time actually in StarCraft 2 TvT. So both players going for the 1 Rex. Expand it seems here. I guess they're both like, alright, we do have the high ground. You're not gonna be too crazy. You can kind of just throw down a bunker on that high ground and have 2 Marines in it and be safe against all of those Hellion Reaper shenanigans. Not sure how many Reaper jump ups are there. I think this does work, right? This should be 1. And then you have this 1 into the natural. It looks like Reapers can go there, yeah. And there's the infirmary. What is he gonna put on the infirmary? Nothing yet, it's just a supply depot. Both players not diverting here yet from each other's playstyle. And there's the bunker, as I said. It's a very easy safety mechanism and you're going to be so strong against any kind of attempted run by from Hellions or even Cyclones. You can just have the bunker sit there and the Cyclone has to get in range and it's always going to take some damage. He's like... sitting there with the pistols, looking at his friend. This guy looks so much bigger, but I guess he has very small shoe size. Honestly, they should have quite big shoes, no? Like, I mean, they do jump around a lot, so they actually have a lot of friction on their feet. And they still, like, you know, these marine boots, I think they should probably be on the Reapers. Yeah, see, there's the menu theme. Like, what is that doing in a track list for gameplay? That doesn't make any sense. There's a reason those are called menu themes. Ah, I guess we do have it now. Starport on the way here, both players, and this should be translate into Ravens here for both parties. We're gonna see that tank build up very slowly here. And we are gonna see a third command center most likely from both players here in a tiny bit of amount of time. Both actually sending out a unit to scout here as a Reaper against the Hellion. The Hellion should win the fight. Oh, it is very close though. If he can get 1, good. Oh my god, he almost made it happen. I feel like if he has 1 random attack delay go more in his favor, he might just win that fight. But Bunny, just crazy. He's like, alright man, I don't care, you can run away. That's all I care about. So I can chase you, even if I lose that one. No, there's some Brood War music. Finally. It's Pearls though, but... we still got it locked down. This is a beautiful map, I really like the aesthetics. It's like an infestation platform something. Really looks cool, the infestation in the middle there. Like the Alien movies, right? He's scouting with a marine here. He wants to see, hey, is there do you have actually a third base? No, guys, you're going for the exactly same build here. There's one marine difference right now, and the one reaper. I guess, actually, like, Cure is doing a very good job of making SCVs comparatively to Bunny, it seems like. Cure's SCV count is 6 in favor, and that's not supposed to be happening, honestly. I guess we do have a little bit diversion, so Bunny is taking a faster stim. So he might have skipped a few things there, a few SCVs to get that stim out earlier. We're gonna see a faster third command center from Cure, so he's still not getting that stim. He has the money now, should probably start it very soon, unless he actually wants to go into Mag, which I don't think. I think we're just gonna play Tank Marine here, for both players. Oh, so he does scout the stim, so that's interesting. Maybe he still redecides, reconfigures, and says, alright, you're going bio. Oh, yes. I guess not. Then please start it up. Not sure what he's waiting for. Finally, he's starting up that stim. Oh, that's gonna be a huge timing window here for Bunny. But not if you take so much damage on your Marines. Stim is not gonna matter. Some nice disables here on the army for Bunny, and Cure is just gonna smash that fight. Oh my god, Bunny. That was not the opening you were looking for, unfortunately. And he lost all of that marine count. He has 2 marines, and that faster stim is not gonna do him any favors. Of course, he doesn't know about this. He hasn't scanned. He hasn't seen. He doesn't know that this is the exact same build. While Cure should have known. He threw down the scan. He's like, alright, you're doing the same, right? Oh, I see your timings. Oh, I don't see a third CC in this location, so you're just gonna push, right? Oh, okay, I take a forward position and we're just gonna secure the third and catch you. So you can't siege up my main. And that's exactly what he did. Completely smacked that army from Bunny. He even kept most of the marines alive. He still has 11. So right now stim is done for Bunny. He has 4 marines. They can stim. Yeah. Doesn't have a medevac, so he can't even utilize this for a drop. He might just go... Okay, so he's actually adding these additional production facilities, but that's interesting that he's already committing to full Viking production here. So he's really trying to get that edge in the air war here. And Cure is not, he's skipping a beat on those Vikings here and there. Right now he's not producing any Vikings, he's making medevacs. So Bunny will have more Vikings, he will have the better air army, and he will have division control. He can save up scans, but he's already quite far behind here. As you can see, the income advantage again is looking really good for Cure. But we had that at the same time last game. But last game, the first engage went very, very well for Bunny. And there was no chance for Cure to push that back. This time Cure is already secured on 3 bases. Bunny's timing is way later. And Cure has more stuff to work with. That's very easy and very simple truth here. Bunny's still gonna get a good siege position here for his tanks. He still has a Raven for some disables. Could even, he might throw down one now. He's gonna go in and snipe a medevac. That's a really good snipe there with the Vikings. And he can keep on shooting on at that not necessarily on the commands. And he's actually gonna reposition 3 of his tanks. It's gonna be a lot of firepower now finally. Suddenly they're coming across. Oh my god, and Cure is just gonna circumvent the army. He's gonna go around, he's gonna try to push back Bunny at home. No, Bunny, what are you gonna do? He just has all the tanks in the front. He did just push out with the 3rd base. Kind of trying to sandwich this a little bit, but he's just walking his army back into the open arms there for Cure. But now if Bunny can get this right, and can get the engage, some nice disables here. He's gonna land the Vikings though. That's an unfortunate kind of, he has to do that, but he will bleed out a lot of units there. And the Vikings from Cure in the north also did land. In the end though, Cure does manage to retake his own position. Oh my god. Oh, he just sandwiched Bunny's army from behind. So we're gonna go into map number 3 here. I feel like, yeah, the reinforcements from Cure, they just came in and swooped the place. That was an unfortunate loss for Bunny, I feel like. The last one is... What's the last one? 3 rainfall? Rain? Wash out. Wash out. Go. Wash out. Let's wash them out. So we are looking at a 1-1 here. In the top right we do have Cure, in the top left, bottom left we do have Bunny. So I think it comes down to the first engage from Bunny. If he doesn't lose that as badly, he still has a fighting chance. He of course did go for the push, since he didn't have the third command center in production. He had the fastest stim, but he didn't wait for his stim. I know if you just have stim and no combat shields and then stim into the tanks, you're gonna be one shot, but you will also have more firepower, and it doesn't matter if you send in, like, I guess it does matter a little bit, but it doesn't matter that much if you run in 10 marines into 4 tanks, if you have them stimmed or not, in terms of HP value, I feel like. But they might just deal a little bit more damage, they may just be a little bit faster in closing in. It's still gonna be mostly one shot, so. Yeah, the first engage went very poorly there, unfortunately, so very well played by Cure, and then Cure just was patient, was accumulating his units again, and he's gonna go for a double gas, by the way. Both players are, that's interesting. And then he just came from behind. He just circumvented the army, he left a few tanks behind, and then he accumulated his reinforcements again at the third base. Bunny was a little bit too slow to notice that. He didn't have any vision of the other pathway. And I said in the beginning, as we loaded into the map, there's a lot of ways to get around. And there's actually, I think there was like 4 pathways or something you can take from that kind of third base area through to his opponent, or to like different areas, which are not your own main base. So there's a lot of ways to get around. And actually very fast. He was very fast across the map. He closes in on Bunny. He takes the top fight with the reinforcements from Bunny. He kind of wins. And the army that came back, in the end, got sandwiched by the reinforcements from Cure, and the army that was still left over. It was only like 1 tank and 3 Vikings, and it looked like he was losing, but then the reinforcements came in and, yeah, just crushed the rest of the army from Bunny, which was also only tanks left over, so that just didn't work out for him. Bunny is gonna get scouted here by Cure. And he will keep his Reaper at home. So Bunny is instantly going into a starport while Cure is making a command center, and I think Cure did kind of see that, he sniffs that, because there's no space to put a command center, unless it's down in the natural. Oh, he's actually does have a second Reaper. Oh, he barely misses this. Now he's fully out of position. Oh my god. That's not great. You're losing 2 SCVs already. There's gonna be a third Reaper. Bunny's trying to intercept this. I don't hate this decision. I feel like that's a really good move. It's actually a Hellion coming in here, but now we do have 3 Reapers here for Bunny. It kind of diffuses the situation. But the issue is, Cure is being that aggressive with this group of units, but he actually doesn't go for any more units right now. He's just throwing at Bunny what he didn't make so far. He's just building out his infrastructure and more economy. In the meantime, Bunny is just trying to set up an army, and every unit he loses right now is gonna be... Oh my god, he's going Mass Reaper! Mass Reaper Hellion. He's making 7 Reapers right now. Wait, where's the medevac? Okay, it's done. This is crazy. I don't think I've seen 7 Hellions, sorry, 7 Reapers ever in a pro match being utilized. And then he goes into the Marine, so he sacrifices a Reaper for the mine shot. He's gonna have a medevac to heal this? That does not have an armory though. He is making so many depots. He's gonna try to snipe that Cyclone. You want to pick up that guy who's being locked on, honestly, but oh man, he's losing a lot of units here right now already. Let's get a pickup there on the locked on unit, but the Cyclone is gonna be repaired as soon as, because it wasn't killed off, and this is not looking as great here anymore for Bunny, who's gonna bring in a few more units, but this is some cool stuff we're seeing here from him. Unfortunately, the Cure already is kind of just countering this, and yeah, Bunny's just gonna GG. Very unfortunate. I really like the idea, and I like the basic thought process behind that, so that's some cool stuff, but unfortunately that wasn't enough.